Welcome to Printer Care 101 on the Versa Studio BD series on the Rotary. This is part 1, preparing your items. We're going to be using these hot sauce bottles here, and you need to make 2 measurements, and these will be very important for the entire process. You need to take the height and the circumference of the item. When the item is actually in the rotary, then the height becomes the width and the length becomes your circumference. So those will be entered in your art file, which we're going to do here, as well as entered into the media setup guide, which we'll show you in another part. So when you're setting it up in Illustrator, make sure that you have your artboard set to the correct dimensions. In our case, it's 114.6 millimeters by 55 millimeters was our artboard. So here we have it set up. And one important thing to note is remember the left and the right sides of your artboard, because it's going to be on a cylinder or a round object, will meet. So if you're going to have artwork that goes all the way around, you have to make sure that it makes sense. I'm going to open up a file I did a little while ago for a hot sauce bottle, and if you look, this flame pattern goes all the way around and should touch. So I've just made sure that it has enough space so when the sides do meet, it won't be a really high spot and a low spot, so the pattern will make sense. So on the artwork side, be sure that your artwork makes sense if you are going to design it to wrap around. We're going to take this other design over here, which does not wrap around. This is just a logo in the center. In this example, we are going to add the spot gloss in the logo and leave the text to be plain. But I've added a gloss layer on top, and that can be set up exactly like you would with a spot gloss in other files. So after you have set up your layers and decide on your design, you need to save the files. Save the file as a high-quality PDF. After that, your file is set up. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in part 2.